Hey guys, it's Matthew here. Um, a little bit of a difference in venue this week. I'm staying with my dad for a while. So, this is hallway. This is living room, aka my bedroom. And yeah, I'm watching Team Umizumi right now because it's a really funny show, but it's on commercial, so I can't show you. Um, I have a list of things to talk about today, so it's not gonna just be random whatever comes to my mind. So, today we are going to start off with Sunday's events. And on Sunday, I did a 5K at New Smyrna Beach. It was my first 5K on the beach. So it was a little different, but it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it at least. So, we ended up doing the 5K, and I didn't break my record for doing it sub 40, but I did do it in 45 minutes, which is pretty good because I wasn't used to the beach, and I ended up getting some cramps midway through my second mile. So I still pushed pretty hard, and I ended up getting 6 out of 8 in my 15 to 19 age group, and I got 242nd out of 353 people. So that's the one I'm actually pretty proud of, not the 6 out of 8. Let's see. We got ice cream afterwards, but of course I didn't eat any ice cream because what's the point of running a 5K if you're just gonna put empty calories into you, right? So instead I went back to the car and I ate my Cliff Bar, chocolate chip Cliff Bar that was waiting for me. So I put some good calories into me and it tasted amazing. I actually passed a lot on Sunday, which is really good. A lot of the people that saw me ended up calling me he and him. And if you were wearing your runner's bib, you got a free drink, alcoholic. And since I'm not 21 and I don't look 21, one of the guys that was running the operation ended up telling my mom's friends, the 2 guys that I ran with, that they could have. That he specifically said you could have his drink. It doesn't look like he's old enough. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, that's right. You noticed. All right, that's cool. And I ran in my GSA shirt from my old high school, cause you know, um, gay marriage was legalized in 50 states on Friday, and that's what's up. So I decided, why not just to go ahead and run in my shirt, right? Yeah. So it was fun. I'd definitely do it again. I'm definitely looking for another 5K. I just don't know when I'm gonna do it. And let's see, the next thing I was going to talk about was writing. I am going to school to get as an English major with a theater minor. I've always been into acting, so that's why I'm getting the theater minor. And um, the arts is something that like has really helped me and shit get through life, and so has reading, which is why I'm becoming an English major. If that makes any sense whatsoever, probably doesn't, but whatever. Um, so I'm doing it so eventually I can get a PhD in English and teach freshmen, college freshmen, so I can become a professor. Now the reason is I have an English teacher friend who taught me my 7th and 8th grade year, and she's told me that it is the way to teach English nowadays is not the same way that I learned. They're not allowed to really teach figurative language, so you can't use things like similes and metaphors and onomatopoeias anymore. Or pretty much anything that you would use to describe the senses is what figurative language is. So you can't use it anymore, and they're saying, yeah, this is the new way to write, this is the new Common Core, and I'm just sitting here like, no, it's not. So I'm become a college freshman professor so I can teach them all about figurative language and help them realize how it's actually really great for you. If you pick up any sort of book, like Deathly Hallows, for instance, since I'm still reading that, you can find a shit ton, excuse my French, a lot of figurative language in there. Like, I'm sitting here looking at it, and it's crazy how much is in there. Oh my god, it's amazing. If you can see a movie in your head, it's because the author's using figurative language. And that's how you know the writing is done right. So, just try, okay? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to the bookstore and pick up a book. They have like unlimited amounts of books on figurative language. And also pick up 300 writing prompts. I know it sounds like a lot, but you're not doing them all at once. Do one a day for 300 days, and you'll see how your writing improves from day 1 to day 300, especially if you're learning about that figurative language. It's really important to keep growing, and even though if you've graduated from high school, just keep doing it because you're going to need to write a lot in college. Or if you've graduated from college and you're like on to bigger and better things, well, maybe your boss wants you to write a letter for wants you to write a summary or something on the latest case that you guys did, or wants you to write up a portfolio for all these financial people that you guys work with. I have no idea, but you never know when you're gonna need to write an essay. You never know when you're gonna need to write anything, actually. So it's really, really, really important to just learn how to write and how to write correctly. There's a lot of different grammar rules that not a lot of people understand. Like, there's so many, I can go on for hours, so I'm not going to. I'm just gonna stop that one there. But yeah, Barnes & Nobles has 300 writing prompts, and it's a book about like this big. I left it at my mom's house. I'm sorry I can't show you. And it's really fun. I used to do it, and then I totally forgot where I put it. But I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna keep going at it. And it has a lot of interesting prompts, actually, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of ones that really make you think, you know? Like, what have you lied to yourself about? What are your 3 biggest dreams in life? You know, it really makes you think, and then it gives you about a full page to talk about this. So you can really get into detail, and when you're getting into detail, guess what you're using? You're using figurative language. Okay, so enough about, like, basic writing. I've also been asked to talk about my books, and yes, I've been asked by someone. Oh, someone actually watches my videos. Anyway, I've been asked to talk about my books, and I'm writing a couple of books. It's gonna end up being a series, and no, I haven't been writing at all this summer, which really bums me out, but I have yet to update my Surface because I'm too lazy. But I'm gonna be writing again soon, I promise. And okay, so the basis of my books is a group of friends, a group of 10 friends. They get together in the backyard of one of the friends' houses. And one of the guys, his name is James. He finds this pocket watch that's like really, really old-timey, but also like really awesome. And he brings it over to the guys and the girls in the backyard, his friends. And he's like, have you guys ever seen this pocket watch? And they're like, ooh, let me see. So everyone's grabbing for it at the same time. They're all touching a piece of the pocket watch at the same exact time. And next thing you know, they leave Earth for a second. And when they open their eyes, they're in 2014 BC. In ancient Greece. So, I don't want to give away too much. But basically, they've been called back in time by the Greek gods to fix something that has gone wrong. And if they don't fix it, time will never be the same again. And in the first book, the Golden Fleece is on Circe's island. And if you know anything about the mythology of the Golden Fleece, you know it's not supposed to be on Circe's island. That's not where Hercules gets it from. Hercules gets it from the freaking Cyclops. So it should not be on a witch's island. And it goes so in depth, and it's just going to be such an amazing book. And there is a really big cliffhanger at the end of the first book, I'm not going to lie. But I'm not going to be like one of these people that will release the first book and then not release the second book for years or something like that, or even a year. My plan is to be releasing each book on a solstice. So the summer solstice, June 21st, or the winter solstice, December 21st. So as those are extremely important to the story, it's gonna be really important to have those be my release dates. Projected to have 3 books. I already have the basis for the second book down. I have no idea what the third one's gonna be. It'll probably come to my head one day when I'm trying to fall asleep. I will say that it's gonna be interesting. Really interesting. A lot of people that I've told this to, they have ended up asking if they could pre-order. And I'm like, I haven't written the first book even yet. So I don't even have a publisher to pre-order off of. And I hope I don't self-publish, because if I self-publish, that's gonna be buka money. And I don't have buka money. My extreme hope is that my books do great. And that people love them. And I'm not doing this really for money much. Well, I mean, kind of, but the main reason why I'm doing this is to show people what good writing can do. Is to show people that if you put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want. Like, when I was younger, I had a speech impediment, and I actually stopped speaking. I had selective mutism. So, what happened was that I ended up stopped talking, and my parents sent me to I guess you could say a vocalization school to help me speak again. And I've been reading since I was 1.5, 2 because of that school. So my reading level has always been really, really high. In 3rd grade, I started reading novels like Stephen King and John Grisham and Nicholas Sparks and stuff like that, but it was mostly Stephen King, so yeah. Stephen King is like the master of everything. Okay, he's so amazing. I love how he writes. It's just, he's perfect. He uses a lot of figurative language. So figurative language has always been in my life, and it's always been there. And I just want to show people that if you really try and you really put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want out there. Like J.K. Rowling, man. Right? That's all I have to say. Just never give up on your goals, because if you give up, then you're not gonna get what you want. Like Walt Disney, man, he didn't give up. He kept going. He kept going. Michael Jordan, he got denied for his high school basketball team. He didn't care. He kept going. Look what he became. You never know what you're gonna be able to do if you keep trying. So, keep going, man. Matthew out.